Hi everyone, Danny here today to talk to you about Brandon Sanderson's third and final book in his Mistborn trilogy. Now, in the first book, we're introduced to Vin and Ellen, two young people who, together with a whole crew of other people, are fighting to overthrow the evil emperor, which they managed to do by the end of the book. In book two, some of the crew is dead, including the person that you thought was going to be the big hero, and in a way he is the big hero. And Ellen is set up as king. Ellen loses his kingship. He learns how to become a king, and by the end of the book, him and Vin have reinstalled him as the emperor. Now you get into the third book, and in the third book, the true evil who is ruin comes out, and everything goes to pieces for Vin and Ellen. This was far and above the least enjoyable of the three books for me. The first two books, Vin and Ellen and other members of the crew are constantly getting into situations where you feel like there's no way out. You as the reader feel like there's no way out. And it'll go from bad to worse to even worse to unbelievably worse. Bad, you as the reader felt like there was no hope, and then it just keeps progressively getting worse. But the characters never give up. The characters keep on fighting and keep on scheming and keep on going past the point where you as the reader are going, why are you still fighting? Why haven't you given up? I don't think I could keep fighting. I think I'd have probably given up by now and said, fine, you people want to kill yourself, go kill yourself, right? But because the characters keep on fighting and because the characters never give up, it never reaches that truly dark, depressing point. This book reaches that truly dark, depressing point. There are characters that you would never expect to give up. Who give up in this book? They spend almost the entire book doubting themselves, giving up on everything. Every one of the characters now doubts themselves. Every one of the characters has started to feel like it's fruitless to keep fighting, and they don't really know why they're fighting, and they're not even sure they like who they are becoming as they fight. And that adds a very dark, depressing element to this story. It's much slower than the other two books. There's not nearly the action that the other two books had to open it up. A lot more of the book is people being introspective. A lot more of the book is just their thoughts going through their head as they doubt themselves, doubt what they're doing, wonder if there's any hope. And it really is slow and dark and at times almost boring. Until the ending. The ending salvages the entire book. The ending could almost turn this into my favorite of the three books. The ending is just that good. Brandon Sanderson has shown through the first two books an amazing ability to catch you by surprise, an amazing ability to lead you down rabbit trails that seem to go nowhere, and all of a sudden they tie together and you discover that was not a rabbit trail, that was truly vital. The ending of the book does that. Everything, including the people's doubts and fears, and everything comes together in the way the world is saved, the way the book ends is not something that you could have, at least not something I could have predicted from anything in the book prior. Looking back, I can go, oh, you know what? That right there was a hint. And that right there was a hint. And look, right there, that was a hint. That's what I mean by he does this amazing job of these little, that song, unconsequential. has no meaning, no matter. I don't even know why he bothered to put that in the book. I mean, there were times when I'm listening to it going, why do I have to listen to this? This has nothing to do with the story at all. Then you get to the ending and you're like, wow, that had a lot to do with the story. The whole series is a wonderful series. I recommend it to anyone that, likes magic and sorcery and likes discovering a world that is unique, that likes action that is not your standard action. The third book doesn't have as much action as the other. It does have action in it, but it doesn't have as much action as the other two books. But all of the action scenes through any of the three books are not your standard action Hollywood, people would say Hollywood action scene or a standard book scene. It's a very unique book series. The ending is quite nicely done. Narrator does a good job. Now that it's over and I've gotten through the first 3/4 of the book, I thoroughly enjoy the third book. So stick with it. Listen all the way through. Trust me, the ending is worth those slower passages, and pay attention to those slower passages because there will be Easter eggs in there. I think that's what they're called, is Easter eggs. Where that term comes from, I don't know. Anyhow, there will be hidden gems in there that will come out in the ending of the book. If you like my channel, please subscribe. If you have any feedback at all, please send it my way, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.